Like the first time I saw Tanka, I was mesmerized because it was also high altitude and I was suffering from some mountain sickness. So I saw those unusual creatures looking at me. What was your first impression when you saw it first? Do you remember that?
Like the Thangka?
Yeah.
I think the colors and how peaceful the Buddhas were, and like I was also surprised when I saw something like this or like these kind of demons.
Indeed.
Yeah, but when I knew the meaning, it was totally different how it looks and what the meaning is.
What's the meaning then?
So mostly those angry forms of Buddhas, they look very angry, very demonic, but they are not as bad as they look. They are the symbol of tough love and tough compassion. They are also like a Buddha by accepting their hatred and anger, and they are there to help us protect us from ourselves, like to protect us from our fear, our like negative energies, negative poisons like jealousy, attachment, ignorance.
Mostly coming from inside, or they serve as protection from hatred that comes from other people, or jealousy that may be coming from other people towards us?
They're also from other people, but there's mostly within us, ourselves. So I think they will help us more to purify ourselves. And I think if it purifies ourselves, then it's much better than protecting from others.
Yeah, that's true. Most people, I think, they are genuinely attracted to the colors, the glow of the golden tints, and the detailed pictures, and the very interesting subjects that you can look for a long time. What's the special meaning? Because this is not just a traditional art, a traditional Nepali art or Buddhist art. This is a special religious form. Right?
Yep. So Tanka is like it's a traditional Buddhist form of painting, which has been passed down from generation to generation for many years. It's almost like 1,000-year-old tradition. And Tanka is formed of two different words, Thang and Ka. Thang means a flat cotton, and Ka means art or coloring. And Tanka serves like different purposes. So it's also used for spiritual practices, ritual purposes, and also for educational purposes.
When you say we use them for religious purpose, are they actually worshipped the same way we worship the deities and the altar?
Yes. So these paintings are used for ritual purposes as worshipping, and also as a meditational tool to help the practitioners to visualize and meditate on the different deities, different qualities of the different Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. And mostly the mandalas like these or these ones are used to help to focus and visualize while meditating.
Yeah, I was going to say that Kala Chakra is probably the most famous.
Yep, it's most famous because His Holiness 14th Dalai Lama designed this mandala for world peace. Yep, and it is also one of the most important teaching in Tibetan Buddhism, because Buddhism is based on warm-heartedness or compassion and the Kala Chakra teachings. Yeah.
How much time do you need to practice before you can feel inside you this compassion and warm-heartedness, if you're just an ordinary Westerner?
I think it depends on your practice. I'm not sure.
Is there any difference if you take, for example, a simple Kala Chakra for 2,000 rupees, or if you take a master, made by master, something for like sky's the limit for the prices?
Yeah, it depends, because the students' ones might not be as powerful as the ones which are painted by the masters, because when masters paint, they meditate, they chant their special mantras while they paint, so the energy is different.
What's the process from the beginning, how it starts? Can you show it?
Okay, so when a Tanka is painted, so before the Tanka is painted, the wooden frame, this is a wooden frame where cotton is stretched, and we make a mixture of gesso and white clay. So gesso is like a homemade glue. We put the layers on both sides of the canvas, many times. We will put it in the sunlight to dry it up, then again repeat the process for almost a week. Then there will be hard surface on the cotton canvas. To make it smooth, we will put it on a hot surface, then we will add some water, and we will use the stones or the yak bones, the stones from the river bank, like the pebbles which are smooth. So we will rub it to make it smooth. And the canvas has to be like very smooth. If it's too thin, the color will trace on the back. If it's too thick, the color might fall off. It will not last for long. So it has to be perfect. Yep.
And then you use the natural colors, not the chemical ones.
So there are different paintings which are also painted with natural pigments, and also some of the students, to make it cheaper, people also use normal colors like acrylic or poster colors. And some of the paintings or the master qualities, they also have 24 karat gold used in the paintings. Yep.
If we are lucky to come into possession of such a treasure, how should we treat it perfectly in our home? Where should it be placed? How should we keep it clean?
Okay, usually there are like two types of framing. One is the traditional one is the normal glass frames. And if you have a traditional frame, it's better not to keep it near the kitchen because of the fumes that when we cook food, it might damage the painting. And we will not put it near the washroom or the bathrooms. And we will keep it like on our eye level. And we can also keep it facing towards our entrance, so that anybody who is coming with negative energy, their energy will be purified.
Especially the one that's behind you.
Yep.
Yeah?
Yes.
They can be placed there. Yeah, and direct sunlight, how damaging is it? What about the humidity of the air? What about air conditioning?
Okay, it's better not to put it in direct sunlight because the color will fade. And also there is a glue which is helping to protect the gold on the canvas, so it will fall off. So it's better not to put it in direct sunlight. And if there's humidity, we will have to be like when we are framing, we have to be more careful because the humidity will damage the painting. So if you like when you are framing, you have to use acrylic sheet. We should not use the cardboard, which will absorb the moisture and damage the painting.
I see. Yeah. Good. Okay, that's about the procedure and how they are made. Now, what is actually depicted? For the person who is not too much into Tibetan Buddhism, but probably he would like to get the benefits of the presence of Thangkas in their homes. What would be step one, step two? What would you recommend to have in the first place, and then the second, and then go on, and then forever?
Okay, so mostly I tell people to choose the painting that speaks to them, but depending on what qualities they are looking for, there are different Buddhas or Bodhisattvas or mandala, and according to their choice, we can provide them different paintings or the different mandalas. Yep.
What is the favorite number one? Like which one is the Chandrisi or Avalokiteshvara? Which one is most likely to be chosen?
Yeah, mostly people choose compassion, so mostly Avalokiteshvara. So sometimes it's the 4 arms Avalokiteshvara, or sometimes it's the 1,000-armed Avalokiteshvara. Yeah.
And female forms? Is there any difference if you choose a male form or female form for man or a woman?
So for some people, they are more connected with male energy. For some people, they are connected with the female energy. So for the female, for the female versions of Buddha or the Bodhisattvas, there are taras. Most famous are the white and the green tara. So if someone wants more compassion, prosperity, or protection, they're going to choose green tara. And someone wants for healing and compassion, they're going to choose the white tara. Yep.
And there's also medicine Buddha,
Yep.
yeah, Maitreya Buddha, all kinds of Buddhas.
Yeah.
Is there some specific difference between them? How we choose between them? Again,
yeah.
to one's liking, to one's feeling?
Yeah, they're like different. Mostly people who are really like into healing, they're gonna choose the healing Buddha or the medicine Buddha, or also known as the Buddha doctor.
So it's beneficial for doctors, yeah, to put in one's
Yep.
check room, for
Yep.
example, yeah.
So we believe that the medicine Buddha, if we meditate on him or we worship him, he will help us overcome the sickness, also physical and also the mental sickness, help us overcome them. Yeah.
Do you have to do puja? Do you have to chant mantra of the deity if you not just buy a beautiful tanka, yeah, like for meditation purposes or for like Kala chakra, but a specific deity? If you have one, do you have to learn its mantra? Do you have to do some special worship for him or her?
Yeah, it would be beneficial if they can like chant the mantras of the specific deities they bought, and also they can bless it from the monks in the monasteries after they buy Thangkas from our shop. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's much better if when the Thangkas is placed.
I remember in Tiksi monastery, yes, they have this huge tanka that they put outside on the outer wall for holidays.
Yep. So
Yeah.
some Thangkas are only portrayed in the monastery. There are many Thangkas, but some of the special ones are only portrayed on the special occasions.
Yeah.
Yep, for the public to see and understand and know the teachings of the Buddha. Yep.
Which one is your favorite here among those?
For now, my favorite one is this one, the white Tara. It's a small painting for a pendant.
Yeah,
It's
it's very
almost
beautiful.
3 by 4 centimeters in size. Yep. This is one of my favorite.
But that's not a print. That's
No, it's not a print.
it's-
It's hand painted.
it's hand painted.
Yep, and it's painted by a master.
For an amateur, is it possible to learn to distinguish chemical paints from mineral paints, the hand of a student from the hand of a master, or it's not that important if we're just starting our acquaintance with
Yeah, you can
Tanka?
see the difference. It's like when you see the paintings, you can see the difference immediately.
What would be the main difference in details or
Um,
in the brightness of the colors? Can you give
Yes,
any
also
any
depend on
tips?
the details and also the colors.
What about presents? Is it okay to buy Tanka as a present for someone? Because in this case, you don't know whether the person would feel this very Tanka. But if you want to buy something as a present,
Yeah, I think Tanka would be a really good souvenir and also a gift for your friends, families, because mostly Tankas are for positive energy, peace, good luck and prosperity. I think mostly many people buy mandalas because mandalas are the universal design. I think many people love mandalas, and mostly people they are also buying the mandalas with Om Mani Padme Hum. Yep.
Yeah. Do you have any experience when you look at people who come into your shop, like you can predict which kind of Tanka this person would love?
I think yes.
Yeah,
think,
you've become
yes.
a judge of character
Yep.
by the Tankas they choose.
So normally I don't show many Tankas to the people. I only show few, and mostly when I'm showing my Tankas, they like it. Yeah.
Okay,
And
thank
depending on people, I think I show which Tankas to show.
But it's like your inner feeling, yeah?
Yeah.
As you feel from the inside.
Yeah.
So this one is known as the Wheel of Life, yeah?
Yes, this is also known as the Wheel of Life, Bhava Chakra, or also known as the Samsara. So Samsara is the world of unhappiness, and so this wheel here is the Samsara. But so the Buddha who is out of the Wheel of Life, that is Nirvana. The opposite of Samsara is Nirvana. Like for this painting, we can also say it's like a mirror of how we are going through our sufferings and why we are going through the sufferings. So when something bad happens to us, we think, why is it happening? Why is it me? Or when it's happening to our friend or family, why is it happening to them, or why only us? But it's not just us, it's for everyone. And this Wheel of Life explains why the suffering is there, how it's there, how to get out of the suffering. And here, this is the philosophy designed by the Buddha Shakyamuni himself after he got enlightened. So here in the center of this painting, there are 3 different animals, a pig, a snake and a rooster So the pig is symbolizing the ignorance. So the main root cause of suffering is the ignorance, and ignorance is giving rise to the snake and the rooster, the anger and the desire. So because of ignorance we have anger, we have desire, and because of these are the three different poisons which we have since our birth, knowingly or unknowingly, and because of these there is the chain of karma. This part, the second wheel, is known as the bardo. Bardo, it's between death and rebirth, where living beings pass from one existence to another according to the karma. So the white part is going up, this is the good karma. The black is going down towards the lower realms, which is the bad karma. So here's God, demigod, human, animal, hungry ghost, and the hell life. It's divided in two parts, the fortunate and the unfortunate world. So in very simple words, if we had very bad karma, we will be reborn in hell. If we are very greedy in human life, we will be reborn in hungry ghost. Here they have big stomach, very small neck. They're always thirsty, always hungry. Whatever they put it in their mouth will become fire. They are never satisfied. And if we don't understand anything, we will be reborn as an animal. This is like a very simple verse, easy to understand, okay? And here's the God, demigod, and human. And he's the god of death. He symbolizes time, death, and delusions, and that nothing is permanent. He holds the wheel with his teeth and his arms. It shows that no one can escape from the wheel of life. But the Buddha has escaped, and he says that the escape is possible by following his teachings. He also says that we are in between the most balanced life, and we can understand what is wrong, what is right. And if we follow his teachings, we can also get out of this wheel of life. And here these are the 12 interdependent factors of the samsara. So to get out of this wheel of life, there are three different practices: tantra, mantra, and the yantras. So tantra are those tantric practices, mantras are chanting the mantras, and yantras are visualizing the mandalas and meditating on them. And so there is this one mantra, Om Mani Padme Hum. So here that's the mantra. So Om Mani Padme Hum is a compassionate mantra of the Buddha Avalokita Ishvara. And it's also like Om Mani Padme Hum, purifying the 6 different poisons from the wheel of life: ego from God, jealousy from demigod, attachment from human, ignorance from animal, and greed from hungry ghost, and anger from hell realm. So what I just explained to you is just a very, very short summary only.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, that's great.